I want to talk about like what the audition process was for both of us because you have a really interesting one that I don't think that like listeners or viewers or fans of the show could imagine that this was your kind of trajectory.
Oh, this was
Hilda.
it. This was I was still bartending, my love. I was still bartending. I came in for this audition. Well, first of all, everybody auditioned for Betty. Literally all the Latin actresses auditioned for Betty. Mm-hmm. And I was like, there's no way. I'm not right for this. La, la, la. I go in because you're like, well, it's a chance to be seen. Some Hayek's going to be there. Oh, my God.
Queen.
Go in. Queen. So I auditioned, whatever. I get called back for Hilda. When I auditioned for Hilda, she had a minivan. She was pregnant and married. There was a husband.
Wait, I didn't know that, Anna.
Yes, honey.
Whoa.
For real. So who knows, whatever. I came in, I did my own thing, and I got the part. Thank you, Jesus.
But again, like how crazy is it for like, could you imagine, like, I mean, you're such an incredible actress. Like, I think you can do anything, but it's just like, you're Hilda.
But I know, right?
Do you know what I mean? Like, and maybe that's just our experience.
Wonderful. I think that's the thing about our show though, right? Is that they really got to know us and write for us.
That's right.
I think had another actress been cast, Hilda would have been completely different.
That's
Who knows?
Right.
She might have stayed in a minivan. I guess I'm just not a minivan kind of girl.
Well, you're not. And you're also a New Yorker.
Right.
So it's just like you recognize, like you knew Hilda's.
The other thing is I had no idea that we were supposed to be Mexican. I was full Boricua, like 100%.
Well, the lines were, the lines could be blurred.
New York is
just
New York.
Just give it, just say it's Queens.
That's right. That's what I said.
It's Jackson Heights.
That's what I said. I was I know Queens. Like, I mean, my grandmother lived in Flushing.
Exactly.
So.
Look at Bridgerton.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, like they're talking about.
That's right.
The British aristocracy.
That's right.
With all different nationalities and races, period.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I mean.
So what about you?
I want to say, like, I love the story of your, like, journey to being cast as Hilda, though. I think it's one of my favorites because I feel like that was very unique, I think, among, like, I think the entire cast. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like going in for a different character and being cast as like a character that couldn't be more different, right?
Well, and sometimes you hear experiences, I hope this isn't too much like inside baseball, but sometimes you hear experiences from like people who are like, they're like, everybody in this cast was our first choice. And this was, and I feel like our cast, we were kind of like, we fought for the part.
We fought for it. We all fought for it.
We all like fought for our part.
What I will say is that like, I feel that we all fought for it as much as we possibly could as people essentially, with no power to make the decision. But there were a lot of people that really, really fought for us. And I think that the story that I heard about my audition experience, well, I just recall it was an audition like any other audition. I was an 11-year-old boy living in Philadelphia, and my parents would take me to New York, and they made, all of these sacrifices to get off of work and whatever. Like, it surely wasn't like easy, right? In hindsight. But so it was just an audition like any other audition because it was also like, it was for a pilot. It was not
right.
Like, and I didn't even really kind of intellectually know what that meant.
Right.
Like it was just like an audition. Like you're going on an audition, like memorize your lines or something. And I go in and again, I don't really recall feeling like, wow, I relate to this because I didn't, to be honest. I don't know how much you can really relate to like as an 11-year-old
right. Like what experience do you have to bring?
Right.
It's just you or just you.
I was just acting. Yeah. Like I was just doing my best.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think that I went back in like 5 more times or something like that. Like it was a very like long process.
I went in a lot of times.
And I remember like later on, like Silvio telling me like, that there was this number, and I cannot remember what the number was of how many like boys auditioned for Justin, how many tapes they saw, or how many, and then I remember my final callback before I met America, because then I had to test with America, was Silvio just basically being like, listen, we love what you're doing, but there are people that are that need something different from you. So just phone it in. He essentially told me to like phone
Don't
it in.
act.
Just
say
do
the
it the
lines.
way that they want you to do it, because we want you to do it.
Right.
And then, of course, I met America at the screen test of it all. And, this is pretty recently on the heels of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I'm an 11-year-old boy.
You were in.
I'm like, that's Carmen. So I'm geeking. Like now, like I see her get out of the elevator. I remember this so well. I see her get out of the elevator. I'm sitting there with my mom, Lynn, and I'm like, Mom, I don't think I could do it. And she's like, what do you mean you can't do it? I was like, that's Carmen. That's Carmen. She was like,
what do you mean?
Good. She was like, well, yeah, of course, Lynn, I'm trying to be nice. She was like, just go in there and do it. Who cares? And then I went in, and obviously A was so good and so sweet and so lovely. And then, and then got the call that I got it, and they were like, you're shooting it in New York. And then when the first season started, they go, you're moving to Los Angeles.
That's right.
And I was like, huh?
What?
And that was one of our, and speaking of moving to Los Angeles, that was when we first really bonded.
Yeah, that's right. Remember when we went to go see Devil Wears Prada?
That's what I was just going to say. We went to Universal.
Walked out of that movie like, oh, this is our show. This is our show. We were just like, this is going to be so major. This is going to be so major.
Well, also, we didn't know how major, like we saw it like right when the movie came out.
Yeah.
And I remember you so distinctly like, if this movie is a success, our show will be a success. I remember it so distinctly. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm like 12 years old at this point.
But
like,
me and Lynn were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was so like, and that was, you really took Lynn and I under our wing when we came and moved here for the first time.
Instant family. I mean, the thing is that Lynn really understood me too, because I'm not easy. I'm not an easy-go-lucky person.
No. You? Not easy? Oh my God. No, Anna, please don't do that negative self-talk.
I'm just being honest. I mean, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, we had a lot of fun, but I'm very straightforward.
That's right.
But so is Lynn. Like Lynn and I, we just speak the same language.
That's right.
So that was an easy fit for me.